Oh, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the How To series. I hope you're well today. Thank you for all the support on the series so far. Today we're going to show you how to set up OBS, and unfortunately I was hoping to do Streamlabs OBS, but I tried to record in Windows and the recording software wouldn't show all the menus that I wanted it to, so we're going to do it on the Mac today. Hope you're going to enjoy this one. Let's get in and find how we set up OBS. This way or that way. So if you're not sure where to get OBS from, just go to OBS, do a search on Google, and it's called Open Broadcasting Software. Either search OBS or Streamlabs OBS and you should find it. So you can see there's one for Windows and one for Mac and one for Linux as well. So once you download it and install it, this is the interface you're going to see, and we're going to add a new scene today. We'll call it test 2, I guess, and there we go. So you get a blank canvas. So the first thing where we're going to live is in the sources box there, which is the second one across right there, and it's pretty easy to add things. So just press the plus button. First thing we're going to need is the Windows capture, and you can see there's lots of options, but we need display capture first. So I've already got some that have already been done. If you haven't, you go through the prompts and get to this point. You're going to see the infinity of the display capture. Now, second thing you're going to need in Mac is window capture. If you're on a Windows, it will be video capture, and then find the Elgato option and click on that, and it should give you a screen. Now it should size your screens for you. If it doesn't, just highlight it, right click, and go to transform and fit to screen, and that'll fix it up. Okay, so far so good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put our banner in. So go to image, click through, hit the browse window, find where your image is stored. I'd advise you that you store everything in one place so you can find it easily. If you haven't seen the video on how to make a stream banner and how to save it as a PNG, please watch that one. I'll leave a link of it now. Find the file, and you should see a preview. If that's not right, go back and browse to find the right image, and then it'll size it and drop it in perfectly if everything is right. Okay. So what do we need to do next? Video capture. So this is where you add your webcam as well as your Elgato capture card. So I've got a few in there. If you haven't already done it, just click on it and follow the menu path. Now one thing to do is just check that you've got the right camera there. So to do that, just right click on it, go to properties, and you can see there's a drop down option with device there. So I've got the FaceTime cam, and I've also got my Logitech C922. There it is there. So we're good there. If you need to readjust the filters, you can do that. We showed you how to set up the green screen last week, but essentially same thing. Just go to filters, and you can add chroma key and just adjust it from there. So once you've done that, you can resize it. Use your Alt or your Shift key depending on which system you're on, just to resize it. There we go, like that. Get it to the size you like. Get the door out the way like that. Huzzah, it's gone. Drop it where you want, and then what you do is just push it up or down so it sits behind that banner image. There we go, right like that, and we're good. There we go, in place, no problem whatsoever. Just going to do a quick adjustment, and we're good. Good, yep, thanks mate, yep, good, thumbs up. So we're going to go, and the last thing we're going to do is we're going to actually put a sub count number in, and I'll show you how to do it. So generally what you have to do is go to the googly Google. If the browser starts up, let's try that again. Okay, so go to the Google person's place, Google, And what you want to type in is live sub count for YouTube, assuming you're using YouTube. There's a few options. I'll go to live counts, the second one there, livecounts.net. Like that. You'll know it because it looks like this. Pretty simple thing. What you do is just type in your channel name, Gaming for XP, and straight away it will roll up your sub count like that. All you have to now do is just copy the URL, which is what I'm doing here. Unfortunately, I cut off the top of the screen so you can't see it properly. And then you're done with that. So back into OBS, go to the Add Devices button, and go to Browser. That's it, like that. You can see I've got a few in there, but I'll do a new one. And we'll go to the, you'll get this screen here. Now, it should show up with this little kind of image. Just select all, paste in the new URL, say OK, and within a couple seconds, my computer was lagging for some reason when I was recording this, but eventually, there you go. So it'll come in a lot quicker for you than it did for me. There you go. And again, just resize this using the Alt or the Shift key, depending on what system you're using, like that. Get it to the size you want, like that. Crop it in down from the crop it a little bit more. There we go. And then click and release into a free space. There's Blunt McGrath. Yep. We'll just obviously it went into standby mode, so we'll just get rid of our little skateboarding friend. There we go. He's gone. So just again, make sure you're clicked on browser, and you can move it down and reposition it, resize it, whatever you like. Now, one additional thing that I'm going to show you is if you go to the filters menu and you add, I think it is color correction. Yep, color correction like that. There we go. If you play around with the hue shift, you can actually get it to look a lot closer to what you're, you can see straight away that looks quite close to my browser. You can actually, there is a trick for getting rid of the background, but I'd forgot it when I was recording, so I might have to do a separate video on that. So that's pretty much all we have to do, guys. That's it, pretty much done and dusted, as they say. You can make separate pages for different games if you like. I've done that in the past, or I have generally run one for the main playing area. You can set up one for screen recording, and I have one for all my intros and outros. That's generally, I only have kind of two that I use on a regular basis on the channel. As you can see, that isn't too difficult at all. If you want to start streaming OBS or Streamlabs OBS, I would recommend Streamlabs OBS, but very similar how to set up a scene so that you can get streaming with that A-drama. It will take you maybe 10 minutes to set it up, and each of those scenes you can actually duplicate and just tweak as you need. Generally I just use a couple for Gaming for XP now, and yeah, pretty good software, pretty reliable. And if you'd like me to do a deeper dive into OBS, I'm quite happy to show you what settings are on, etc. Thanks for joining us on the How To series. We'll catch you next time on Gaming for XP. See ya!